Hello everyone, welcome to the village of words. The word relation for this video is majority opinion clouds leaders' judgment. A leader's judgment is clouded by the popular opinion. Different from kings in the past, this is how modern leaders are like. The moment one becomes a leader for a people, then they become tied to the public opinion. While a leader who do not listen to the public is a tyrant. Modern people probably consider royal kings as past tyranny, while modern people think democracy as modern progress. If one considers the majority as children who do not know anything, so maybe a leader should not let the majority opinion clouds his judgment. Maybe it is better to be a tyrant, but a tyrannical rule in modern times will never last. To opt out of being a tyrant, most leaders become liars instead. These leaders are liars who tries to appease the public and have their own ambition. So, a leader is supposed to have their own ambition. While a leader who easily follows the public opinion is one that does not have any ambition. Hence, that makes a tyrant the one with the most ambition. But like I said, lying leaders prefer to lie and pretend to follow the public opinion. I do not believe leaders treat their own people equally. The people are not equals with the leader. But on the bright side, at least people have some rights compared to the enemy. It is not like the people do not gain anything at all. But again, I reiterate, the leader and the people are not equal. The leader cares for his family foremost than the nation and its people. A country has a goal and the people supports it. One will think that everyone gains from it. But the one who gains the most are the leaders. I think leaders have a secret ambition that have the workers work for. But the workers work without knowing for the secret ambition. True, the worker gains, but the one who gains the most is the leader's ambition. All for the sake of the leader's ambition. If one thinks it is the workers that gains the most, then how could you explain the existence of rich people? True, the workers collectively, as in plural, gains the most. But the leader is one person. Individually, he gains the most. Even if 90% profit goes to the many workers and 10% goes to the few leaders, in the end, it is the individual leader that gains the most anyway. Thus, I think everyone works for the leader's ambition. What are we but employees or slaves who gains a few cents? So, I think a leader has a secret ambition for a thing he loves the most. A leader cares for this one special thing the most. The rest are his workers. A leader is one that makes a queen of one person. The rest are his servants. One searches for power to uphold something. So perhaps one's belief must be the queen. Maybe it does not matter if no one knows the queen as long as there are servants working for it. Do people need to know the leader's ambition in order to work for something? I think it is like how the employee is oblivious to the true owner of the company. Even if recessions happen and it is the capitalist's fault, yet no one knows which capitalist to blame for the recession. Next, I have no idea about governance or politics, but I think politicians are liars. But democracy is about the majority chair, hence governance is about the majority opinion. What is a leader without public support? So, for a wise person to be a leader, I think he needs to be sly and appease the public. The trick here is to be a humble clown that the majority likes. But when a serious issue comes and the leader needs to give serious judgment, the wise leader needs to show an unbiased judgment. An unbiased judgment without being clouded by the majority opinion. Therefore, politicians are liars. Like I said before, leaders lie for the sake of their own ambition. So maybe lying is a tool of a politician. Maybe leaders are supposed to lie. Thus, being a leader is unjust. That is, if one believes the attribution of a leader is lies. One bad thing of a lying leader is that it wastes the effort of his people. The people did not fight for some unknown aspiration of the leader. Hence, the work of the people is a waste. The workers do gain something, but the leader's ambition gains the most. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe leaders do not lie. There are many works that say a leader is a symbol of strength and virtue. After that, a tyrant oppresses his people. But I think a political liar also oppresses people. The politician's lies and concealing the truth oppresses the people. They are the leaders' people. They deserve the truth. Not unless the leader considers the people as slaves who do not deserve the truth. Anyway, different from a tyrant, a politician at least tries to appease the public. Next, maybe leaders never bother to listen to the majority after all. For example, the Malaysian people have sympathy for Palestine, Hamas, and Iran. So by right, it clouds the judgment of the Malaysian leaders. But on the other hand, the Malaysian leaders will not go to war with Israel and America. The Malaysian leaders has the right mind not to sacrifice their own economy for war. It is the same with the other Islamic countries. Muslims will not fight for a just war. Even when Muslim countries give charity for Palestine, I think it is only a little. Moreover, when your own brother or sister cries for help, of course you should help them. But Muslim leaders makes the error of calling Palestinians their brothers and sisters, as if the Palestinian people are their close relatives, as a family. But if the Palestinians are your family, you should sacrifice almost everything for them. But like I said, hardly any Muslim will sacrifice almost everything for the Palestinian. More so are Muslim leaders. They won't sacrifice their economy for war against Israel. In the end, the majority opinion clouds a leader's judgment. Normally, there are leaders with poor judgment that simply follows the masses. Then, there are ambitious leaders who lie to sometimes appease the masses and sometimes judge properly. On the other side is a tyrant who do not listen to people at all. Conclusion: a leader's judgment is clouded by the majority opinion. That's all for this video. Hit like, share, or comment down below.